Hey everybody, just wanted to give you all a look into the toolbox from a golf course equipment manager. I keep my TV up here, laptop, look up my parts diagrams, things like that. Working on a sidewinder right now, doing some hydraulic lines, fittings, O-rings, things like that. Top drawer, all my impact sockets, chrome sockets, extensions, Allen sockets, things like that. Got some bigger axle nut sockets back here. This is all my 1/2 inch, standard metric. Got some 1/2 inch swivels, 3/8. Got the shallow, semi-deeps, deeps. These are all Icon. Got some low pro impact sockets from Astro. Pretty awesome. This is my 1/4 inch tray. Metric, deep shallow, standard, deep shallow. Got some splines thrown in here. And also some shallow, super shallow, whatever you want to call them. These things are awesome for getting the starter off of a Sand Pro. If y'all have ever run into that, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's 2 bolts at the top and bottom are absolutely impossible. See, got some long Icon extensions here, 1/4 and 3/8. This I threw together for pulling the tines out of Toro Procore 648. Like quick, fast, in a hurry. Really helps out in the field if you need one. So I got some chromes right here. I don't use my chromes too much. I mainly use my impact sockets. I got some bed knife sockets here. Ones that I use with the impact, and then ones that get used with the torque wrench. Some impact plug sockets, 8s, 10s, 13s. I lose them all the time. Got those back there. Some Allens, some Torques, some E-Torques. Icon. These are pretty handy. I don't use them too often. All my impact extensions and swivels, things like that. And that's pretty much it for the top. The next one is my wrench drawer. Working on getting this a little bit more full. Over here I got some offset Icon wrenches. I don't use these too often. It was kind of the, oh, that looks pretty cool, we should try them out, and I didn't really like how they work, but still got them here. Ratcheting line wrenches from Gear Wrench. A couple random service wrenches for things like that. A couple hammers that conveniently loosen bolts. Anyway, I got some box wrenches. I use these an awful lot. Ratchet and just the normal fixed ones. These I bought at my local Parker store for hydraulic fittings. Very helpful. I use those a lot. This tray right here is stuff I lose. Falls onto the workbench, I can't find it. 15s, 13s, 12s, 10s, 8s. Got some bigger, longer wrenches back here from Pittsburgh. Here's some Gear Wrench, ratchet wrenches. Some Pittsburgh, just normal wrenches. These are some, I guess, Gear Wrench Tech Correct. Yeah, these are Gear Wrench. I don't use these too often. They're definitely handy when you need them. The next drawer, so we'll go to the screwdriver drawer. Got some hooks, picks, scribes, things like that. Some smaller ones from Icon. This is kind of a screwdriver pry bar type deal. I don't really use these too much other than prying on stuff. These I do not pry on. I pretty much just use them for screws. I got a broke one here I need to get warranty. Icon hose pick set. A couple little pry bars. Some random stuff back in there. Rebar punch. Comes in handy with bushings. My ratchet drawer. Got a lot of Gear Wrench, Pittsburgh. Got one snap-on and one Icon. Little stubby 1/4 inch. Let's see. Yeah. This one's probably my favorite, to be quite honest with you. Got the 120 gear wrench. Couple little Frankenstein things. Got a snap-on head on a Pittsburgh handle. So I use this more often than I do the long quarter, so they just got swapped. That I've used once, but oh well. Let's go over here. My pliers drawer. I love the Doyle pliers. I've been using those for a while now. Got a couple gear wrench, Icon, Crescent, pretty slim needle nose. These things are pretty awesome. I want to try these out. I haven't had a chance to try them yet. I picked them up the other day. Parrot nose pliers. We'll see how these work. Some vice grips, Klein strippers, things like that. Some long pliers back there. Let's see. This is I dropped it. I'm never gonna find it again because it's under the workbench or it's just gone. So I think everybody should have a drawer like this. I got my caps and plugs, stuff like that in here for hydraulic lines. Some extra grease fittings, some lock nuts, some bits because everybody steals them. Just O-rings, snap rings, things like that. We got a bunch of random stuff in here. My mag base, my dial indicator, impact driver for doing bed knife bolts, a cheap set of calipers, a nicer set of calipers, security bit set, Allen's, Torx, spark tester, some more Phillips bits in there. That's for temp. Some longer bits. This bit set is actually really cool. I've been carrying this around a lot lately. From Icon. Really loving this thing. Flex head, locking. Super, super awesome. It's got a 1/4 inch adapter with it as well, so I can put 1/4 inch sockets on it. Comes with an extension, or you can throw it in the handle and make it a longer handle. Love it. Let's go to hammers, beaters. I got all my punches in here, torque wrench, some pry bars, gear wrench, indexing pry bar, C-clamp. I pretty much just took some cheap T-handles and welded sockets onto them that I use for running out in the field, adjusting greens mowers, things like that. For the QA5 reels and the Toro Flex 2100 walk mowers. A lot easier doing it like that. In here, I keep my height of cut gauge, just a couple little things that I'm working on right now. Nuts, bolts. I buy a bunch of these things. They're so cheap. Really, really come in handy for throwing nuts and bolts into. I don't really care for the magnet trays because half the time you got to pull them off the lift or whatever you're working on. It dumps all your bolts and whatnot in the floor. Also, save your bags, guys. I got a ton of bags in here. It's really handy for, if you got a project that you're on hold waiting for parts. Just throw your stuff in a bag, write on it what it is, and throw it, on the workbench or whatever. You'll know where everything's at. Bottom drawer, I don't have too much going on in here. Notebook, some files, a couple random things, some jaw pullers, R&R, bearing race pullers, water pump bearing style pullers. I use those a lot. My first AccuGauge that I absolutely ruined. I got a shorter backup bar just in case I have an issue with the one I'm using. I just go ahead and switch everything over to this. Mainly with my AccuGauge, I leave it in this case. And when I'm done with it, it goes right back in there. I don't set it on the floor, on the bench, or whatever. I didn't take too much care of the first one I had, and it got ruined, and I paid the price for it. So here we are. She stays in the case. Over here, a lot of blow molded cases, impact drills, things like that. This is a cool find I picked up at Lowe's the other day. Everybody hates beating on pickle forks. This one, just throw it in your air hammer and be good to go. Definitely excited to try this thing out. Let's see. We got a top diag power probe kit. Use this a lot with the green machines, so I figured I'd get green. Thing's awesome. Saves me multiple headaches. Some batteries, tap and die sets. Let's see. Icon snap ring pliers. Use these things a ton. I got tired of messing with the little bits on the other ones like Irwin makes or whoever. So these are awesome. Let's see. Puller set, harmonic balancer, crankshaft pulley set. I got a couple of them out and in my drawer. Let's see what else we got here. Torque angle adapter from Quinn. I haven't really used it that much. I'm not too sure how confident I am in it. Compression test kit. Let's see, a leak down tester. This thing's pretty cool if y'all have skid steers, front end loaders, backhoes, whatever. I picked this up. Northern Tool is where I picked this up. Most of the time you'll have a grease fitting that it's spitting the grease back at you. This little thing, you just pull this slide out right here and fill this with penetrating oil. Put it on your grease fitting and just smack this in with a hammer. And it forces that penetrating oil into the grease fitting and it usually frees it up. If not, just take it out and throw a new one on there. Up here, just got a bunch of random shop supplies, some more extensions, phone chargers, business cards, things like that. Got my floor jack, my air hammer, tire inflator, some cutting tools, right angle die grinder, things like that. That is pretty much it, my guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm still fairly new to this, trying to figure out what I want to do as far as content for y'all. Go ahead and drop some comments and let me know what y'all want to see, and I'll do my best to make it happen. All right, thanks for watching.